and good afternoon. Chris here, aka Kermie. How's everyone doing this Thursday late afternoon? It's probably about 4:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just chilling at home. I just finished an art project and lunch and all that good stuff, and figuring out what to do with my rest of my day. So, but for now, I'm going to be doing reading with Kermie and reading how to just don't stress the small stuff. It's just small stuff for everyone. And I just realized as I opened the book and counted what chapters we have left, and it's only 6 more reading with Kermie until this book's done. So, the question remains, what is next? So I'm going to leave that a surprise until the very end. But today, this chapter is called Trust Your Intuitive Heart. And it already sounds like a good one. So let's get started, shall we? How often have you said to yourself after the fact, I knew I should have done that? How often do you intuitively know something but allow yourself to think yourself out of it? Quite a bit, actually. Trusting your intuitive heart means listening to and trusting that quiet inner voice that knows what it is you need to do, what actions need to be taken, or changes need to be made in your life. Many of us don't listen to our intuitive heart for fear that we couldn't possibly know something without thinking it through, or for fear that legitimate answer couldn't possibly be so obvious. We say things to ourselves like, that couldn't be possible, that couldn't be possibly be right, or I couldn't possibly do that. And as soon as we allow our thinking mind to enter into the picture, we think ourselves out of it. We then argue for our limitations and they become ours. Isn't that so freaking true? If you can overcome your fear that your intuitive heart will give you incorrect answers, if you can learn to trust it, your life will become the magical adventure it was meant to be. Trusting your intuitive heart is like removing the barriers to enjoyment and wisdom. It's the way to open your eyes and your heart to your greatest source of wisdom and grace. If you're unfamiliar with trusting your intuition, start by setting aside a little quiet time to clear your mind and listen, ignore and dismiss any habitual self-defeating thoughts that enter your mind, and pay attention only to the calm thoughts that begin to surface. If you find that unusual yet loving thoughts are appearing in your mind, take note of them and take action. If, for example, you get to message to write or call someone you love, go ahead and do it. If your intuitive heart says you need to slow down or take more time for yourself, try to make it happen. If you're reminded of a habit that needs attention, pay attention. You'll find that when your intuition gives you messages and you respond with action, you'll often be rewarded with positive, loving experiences. Start trusting your intuitive heart today and you'll see a world of difference in your life. Yeah, well, that is good. That is a good reading, and trusting an intuitive heart. Sometimes tricky because, as we all know, our mind likes to go in a wheel that's a lot of times non-stop, and to listen to intuition does take some quiet time because, like I said, for me, that mind just likes to spin constantly about something all the time. But if I stopped and just breathe and take a moment, sometimes I can listen to intuition, that gut feeling we have, and things turn out okay. But I do notice when that negative chatter takes place and I listen to it, things do become more challenging in my life, and more drama takes place. Somehow chaos enters, But I know if I just follow that intuition and go with it, yes, that of course challenges still arise in my life, and that chaos can come, but it's now how we react to it. And instead of reacting to it, now we can just respond and be mindful about whatever situation it is. I think that's what I was trying to get at. So, yeah, well, that's good reading, and trust the intuition. Just take some quiet time, some meditation, and yeah, it's all good. But did you see my new shirt I was wearing the other day? You need to let go of that shit. But yes, there's a lot of shit that sometimes we all need to let go of to let that intuition be heard, I guess I could say. Anyway, I'm blabbing on, and I'm getting lost in my blab sometimes. So I'm going to end this with a positive note and say I love you guys, and just learn how to trust yourself. I love you guys, and hope you have a great night. See you probably next week, because my work weekend starts tomorrow. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.